So every year we get together with some of our key partners, people that we really do a lot of work with that add value to ANZ, and one of them is Wipro. You're in a different industry, but actually we face the same issues about change, right? And we were talking about your business at Wipro has changed dramatically and continues to. Can you just talk about what are some of those things that are driving the need for change?
Well, to a large part, it's clients like yourself, right? Because there's so much happening. It's so different and it's so remarkable, so fast, that our entire business depends on providing the kinds of services we provide around technology to you folks. And clearly that requires us to evolve at the same pace, at the very least. In fact, we feel that we should be a step ahead in some ways to keep up with what you're anticipating.
Yeah, and that's what we're talking about, partnership, right? You and I talked about the fact, while we can do work for each other, and you, in this case, you do work for us, what we really want is that intellectual capital, the things that you learn. One of the great partners for ANZ for quite a while actually has been Accenture, and so you've been kind of sitting over the ANZ relationship for a reasonable amount of that time.
Yes.
Tell us, your industry is going through a lot of change too, right?
It is.
So what's driving that change?
It really is. One of the big drivers is just creating value and being trusted. I think if you get those two things right, then the fundamentals all follow that. But you're right, the industry is under extraordinary change. With digital and the impact on every business, it's remarkable.
So we read a lot about people like yourselves getting and doing more and more things. Do you ever get out of things as a business and say that's no longer for us? Is it Accenture we need to shift?
That's very interesting you say that. It's a very active conversation the whole time, explicitly working out what sectors are the wrong places where we can't add enough value. One of my day jobs is looking after our portfolio of investments in our financial services business, and we're actively divesting some businesses we just don't think we can make prosper, and we don't think fit within our portfolio. So it's a key part of the story.
One of the things that I find really fascinating is that when we talk to people like you, is we kind of share a lot of the same DNA. I understand we're a bank, and I know it's hokey to say that we're a tech firm, but we really are. I mean, our product is digital. It has been for a long time, right? We've always run big tech shops, big data centers, big kind of telco communication things. So we've got a lot to learn from the way that you guys work as well. And obviously one of those big ones now is for us is agile, new ways of working, which you've obviously embraced.
Totally, right? I mean, that's the way the whole business wants to see a response from technology. The patience for long-ended projects doesn't exist. And more importantly, projects that are that long, the traditional waterfall projects, I think it's a fact that they haven't delivered on their promises, right? And this iterative way of doing things, and it takes a little while to master that. It doesn't happen overnight, but I think it's a hockey stick effect.
Right.
You take a little time initially, but once it takes off, you're operating at a pace that is far superior.
So I agree with that. We talk about the fact it's like learning a new skill. It's like if you play golf or tennis and you learn a new grip, your performance actually dips for a period of time, and then you get that hockey stick. I think a lot of those pressures on our industry are going to force banks like us to kind of disaggregate and say, actually there's a whole bunch of stuff. If I think about all the front end to the customer and all the way down through to data centers, I don't know that we need to be doing all of that ourselves.
Very interesting.
Right?
Very interesting.
And the old model was do as much of it yourself as you can. You've got some sort of synergy, I guess. I'm not so convinced it's a model going forward.
No, that's absolutely compatible with our thinking. The concept of what's core and strategic and differentiating versus what you should subscribe and buy from others who specialize in it.
So one of our keys to our business strategy, I'm going to talk about it tonight with our partners, is we really believe in this kind of, if you will, open platform and the value of partnering with others if we really want to achieve our aims with our customers. And so that's going to take quite a bit of cultural change. As much as, fine, we can buy new boxes and technology and sign deals, but actually just culturally being open-minded to working with other people.
No, that's exactly right. And on a long-term horizon, multi-year relationship, you essentially got to have mechanisms to keep interests aligned. And that needs development and investment and thought, because candidly they don't always align the whole time. But I think all big businesses are moving in that direction of if you like, multi-sourcing different components, being very clear about what their strategic focus and differentiation is, and then subscribing to supporting activity from others in the non-strategic areas.
Well, we look forward to doing more with you guys in the future. Thank you.